I'd like to welcome you guys to the 2024 fifth grade DARE graduation. Congratulations to all of you guys. Each and one of you guys have been through the 10 weeks, learning a lot of different things, wrote your essays. A lot of you guys got over your fears of getting in front of the class, right? We picked 8 DARE essay winners that we'll read here a little bit later. First off, we're going to have the principal, Mr. Van Vriesen, come up and give a little speech. And then Officer Olson will give a speech. And then we will do our DARE essays, and then I will finish with my speech, okay? Mr. Van Vriesen.
Good afternoon, fifth graders. How are you today? Good. I know Officer Dan already congratulated you on your DARE graduation, but I personally want to congratulate you all as well. You guys have been great students over the last several weeks. You've learned a lot. I'm very proud of all of your efforts that you put into learning about DARE, what it means, and all that it stands for. Some of the biggest things I think you guys want to take away from DARE is that you have now been empowered to for that pure resistance, being able to say no when faced with difficult choices, drugs, acting out, doing things that you're not supposed to do, saying no to people, hanging around people that are making good choices. So going forward, you know what that should look like. Again, you're empowered to do that not only today, not only through the rest of your fifth grade year, but throughout life. So kind of keep in mind what these gentlemen have been teaching you over the last several months. I want to say thank you to Dan and Officer Tyler as well for all your time and commitment to teaching our young students how to be good people. I want to say thank you to all the teachers. I know it takes a lot of time out of your day, out of your weeks to make this program work and to make this program successful. So I want to say thank you for all the time and effort that you guys put in as well. So I'm just going to call on a few people. I just want you to share out what are some of your favorite parts or favorite memories of DARE this year, other than hanging out with 2 pretty cool officers like Dan and Tyler. Anybody? William?
Like putting questions in the DARE box and seeing what they'll say.
All right, putting questions in the DARE box for the officers and see how they'll respond and what they'll say. That sounds good. Anybody else? Dixie? All right, you learn how to be good listeners, but then also ask some of those difficult questions and feel comfortable doing so when you needed to. I think that's great. Cameron?
Sorry. I like the stories and
All right, the stories. All right, yeah, absolutely. So again, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. I know your teachers are proud of you. You guys are having a great year this year. Let's keep that up over the next couple of months and right into summer on a good note. My hope for you now moving forward is that your DARE graduation fun day at Arnold's Park is just a little bit warmer and a little bit better than it was for our fifth graders last year. So anyway, congratulations once again. Congratulations to our essay winners. To say that I am very happy that I wasn't the one that had to choose the essays that are getting read today, because I know there's a lot of very talented young men and women out there that probably wrote some very, very good essays, and unfortunately we only have one to share in each class, but I'm sure you all did a fantastic job. I encourage you to be good listeners and good participants the rest of the ceremony. Listen to what your classmates and your friends have to say and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
All right, I think I've met all of you. My name is Officer Tyler. I just want to say a couple words before we get started with the DARE essays. To start off, I wanted to say thank you to all our staff throughout the building, working with you guys every single day, both in the classroom, out of the classroom, has been very good. This is my first year in the school resource officer position, and I'm having a really good time, and all the staff's really great to work with. Especially our 5th grade teachers. Understand you guys are managing classrooms and schedules, and me and Officer Dan have fluctuating schedules, being accommodating in and out of class, and setting that time aside for us to be able to come in and teach has been really good. So I do really appreciate that. To everybody out here, I'm really proud of you guys. I want to remind everybody, over the last 10 weeks, me and Dan have worked very hard to help guide you guys and teach you guys about those risky situations, what to do when we find ourselves in them risky situations, how to get away from them. And I want you guys to remember that DARE goes beyond the 10 weeks, it goes beyond today. It's in our classrooms, it's in our communities, it's in our sports programs and groups we're part of. To remember to be that leader, to stand up and to say something when we see something happening that shouldn't. To remember to stick up for ourselves, to resist that pressure to do things that we know are not good for our bodies, and those bad decisions. So just remember, like I said, DARE goes beyond today. And remember, being Officer Dan, we're always around. If you need something, come find us. Remember the support groups, drawing them out, them people that we can go to when we have those questions that we need answers for. And just remember, we're always around. Come find us if you need anything. And once again, I'm really proud of you guys, and I look forward to seeing you the rest of the year. And other than that, we'll get started with some essays. Yeah, all right.
Let's go, Sophie.
Hi everybody, my name is Sophia. I'm in 5th grade and I'm in the science class. Hi everybody, my name is Sophia. I'm in 5th grade and I'm in the smartest class. Officer Dan is my DARE officer and he has taught me a lot of important things we need to know, like resistance strategies, making safe and responsible choices, and communication styles. An example of a resistance strategy is strength in numbers, like hanging around with friends who make good choices and who help you make good choices. Another important example of a resistance strategy is if you're ever in a situation where someone might ask you, hey, want to skip school tomorrow? Either change the subject or give a reason or excuse, like no, why don't we play with my dog instead? Or no thanks, my mom would be very mad and we might get in trouble if our parents find out. The next example of a resistance strategy is avoiding the situation. Like if you know places where people often use bad language or drugs, stay away from those places. The last example of a resistance strategy is walking away. If someone asks you, do you want a beer, say no and walk away. Next, I'm going to talk about making safe and responsible choices. One example of a safe and responsible choice is when I was on a game and someone asked me what my name was. The choices I have are 1, tell them my name, 2, say no out of order to feel comfortable, or 3, ignore them. The choice I made is 3, because if I ignored them, they would stop asking what my name was. And another reason I chose to ignore them is because my name is a personal information. Another safe and responsible choice is, let's say your best friend has a birthday party tomorrow. You want to go to, but your cousin has a birthday on the same day and same time. Your choices are 1, don't go to either one of the parties. 2, only go to one of them. Or 3, go to both of the parties for the same amount of time. What would you choose? The choice I would make is to go to both of them for the same amount of time. So none of them will think I like one better than the other. The last thing I'm going to talk about is communication styles. An example of a communication style is saying please and thank you, like manners. For example, can you please get me a hair tie, or thank you for a gift. Another example of a communication style is when I told my mom, no, I hate that food. Instead of saying that, I said, may I please have something else to eat? The last example of a communication style is raising your voice at someone. If you raise your voice at someone, they will think you're yelling at them. Instead of raising your voice at them, try to say in a nicer tone of voice. In conclusion, I want to say thank you to Officer Dan and all my teachers for helping me become a better person. I hope you will think about my reasons and ideas, and I hope you will agree that all of these skills are very important to remember. Remember this situation, I will use these skills, and you should too. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eleanor Rafferty. My teacher is Mrs. Flint, and I'm in 5th grade. My dare officer is Officer Dan. I love dare class because we learn stuff yet we have fun. Today I will be talking about drugs, the dare decision-making model, and the 5 W's of reporting bullying. The first thing I will be talking about is drugs. Drugs can be very bad and good, but when doing and or taking drugs like tobacco and vaping even can cause diseases or black lungs that could potentially lead to death. Drugs can be very addicting, but the medicine that you take like Tylenol is also a drug, but it is not necessarily bad. It can be good when taken correctly. The second thing I'll be talking about is the DARE decision-making model. The DARE decision-making model is, well, basically DARE, which actually stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. The first thing I'll be talking about is define. To define is to describe the problem, challenge, or opportunity. To assess is to ask yourself what your choices are. The third thing I will be talking about is respond. To respond is to make a choice and use the facts and information you've gathered to make that choice. And last but not least, evaluate. To evaluate is to review your decision and ask yourself, did you make a good choice? You use this method when you have to make a decision and don't know what to do. The third and last thing I will be talking about is the 5 W's of reporting bullying. The 5 W's is who, what, when, where, and why. You would generally use this when reporting bullying to a teacher. So if you're getting bullied, this is one thing you can do. In conclusion, I would love to thank Officer Dan for all the wonderful things he has taught me and the other kids. I pledge to always use the methods I've learned, even if it gets tough.
Did you know that there are about 480,000 tobacco-related deaths per year? Hello, my name is Donovan Hubbard. I am in 5th grade at Worthington Intermediate School. I am in Mrs. Aguilar's class. I am going to talk about alcohol, smoking, and bullying. My officer's name is Officer Dan. I will start with smoking. There are about 480,000 tobacco-related deaths per year. There are more than 200 harmful chemicals in cigarette smoke. Smoking can yellow teeth, dry your skin, and cause wrinkles. Smoking causes lung cancer. My second topic is alcohol. Alcohol is illegal for anyone under age 21. There are not as many alcohol deaths, but there are still 88,000 of them per year. Never mix alcohol with medicine. Some of the effects of alcohol are loss of coordination, memory loss, slow reflexes, and poor judgment, and loss of self-control. Alcohol can damage every organ in your body because it goes into the bloodstream directly. Last but not least is bullying. If you see someone being bullied, try to find a trusted adult to report to. The difference between tattling and reporting is when you are tattling, you're trying to get the person in trouble. If you're reporting, you can't help, so you get a trusted adult. When you're reporting, you need to tell who, what, when, where, and why it happened. So it is now time for the conclusion. If you see someone being bullied, tell a trusted adult. Do not smoke, do not drink alcohol, do not bully. I pledge to not drink alcohol, not smoke, and never bully.
There are many situations that anyone can get into, and all people will always have the choice, but some people get into drugs, alcohol, and even tobacco use. This is why kids learn in the DARE program. This program was made so kids can grow up and have a good future and maybe even leave a positive impact on younger kids.
Hi, my name is Natalie Buttigieg. I'm a 5th grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Ms. Harms. My day officer is Officer Olson. In my day essay, I'm going to be talking about responding to pressure, risky situations, and safe and responsible choices. All people should be careful of the choices they make because choices that people make could lead them to have a good future or a bad future. I learned in there that it's hard to make decisions when someone is pressuring you. For example, your friends have found their parent prescription medicine and is pressuring you to take it. That could make you feel really uncomfortable or unsure of what to do, but there are still ways you can avoid it. You can give excuses or communicate effectively. These are the effects of peer pressure. Risky situations. There are many possibilities that could happen in life, but some of them can be getting into risky situations. Getting into a risky situation could be dangerous and risky. Risky situations can make you feel nervous or unsure of what to do. That's why in there I learned how to avoid getting into risky situations. For example, your brother's outside smoking with his friends and you know the health effect of smoking. Something you can do is try to explain the health effect, or you can tell a trusted adult. These are the effects of getting into a risky situation. Safe and responsible choices. Anywhere you go, you always have to be sure to make safe and responsible choices, whether you are with a stranger that might seem nice or even friend. For instance, if you meet a kind stranger that wants you to follow them and you feel uncomfortable and they try to persuade you to come, or maybe even your friend wanted to copy after homework, but they say no and they threaten you. Now that's not a friend. No matter who it is, be sure to be safe and make responsible choices. These are the effects of safe and responsible choices. In conclusion, I've learned many different things in DARE, and I would like to set an example for kids to have a good future. Thank you to my parents, teachers, and DARE officers for teaching me about responding to pressure, risky situations, and safe and responsible choices. I promise to make safe and responsible choices to avoid risky situations and respond to pressure in a positive way. And finally, I will keep in mind to be a good role model for younger kids.
Hi, my name is Yesenia. My 5th grade teacher is Mr. Olson, and my DARE officer is Officer Dan. Today I will be talking about alcohol, tobacco, peer pressure, and bullying. Alcohol. To start off, I will be talking about alcohol, as well as all the effects that come from drinking. Did you know that about 34% of teens drink alcohol? Teen bodies are still growing. Therefore, alcohol affects them more severely than adults. Drinking too much alcohol can slow down the body and lead to coma and death. There are 88,000 alcohol-related deaths each year in the USA. Tobacco. Did you know that more than 480,000 people die from tobacco-related causes each year? Some consequences that come from chewing or smoking tobacco are lung cancer, yellow teeth, cause of wrinkles, and you can become addicted to tobacco if you smoke daily. Smoking tobacco is illegal for anyone under the age of 21, but there are still 16.2% of teens that smoke. Peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the biggest reasons why people do drugs, smoke, and commit crimes. There's probably 100 people that get asked each day into doing one of the 4 things, and there's a good chance that 50% of people agree to do drugs, smoke tobacco, drink alcohol, commit crime, and for people that are in middle school and high school, skipping class. Here are some reasons why people might accept into doing this stuff. Reason number 1 is to fit in with people around your age. Reason number 2 is because you might be scared what will happen to you if you don't. There could be rumors and bullying, which leads me to my next topic, bullying. When it comes to bullying, there are mainly 3 people that you can be: the bully, the victim, or the bystander. A bully is basically someone that wants to take control. A bully might also insult you or harm you over and over again. A victim is a person that's getting bullied. He or she can be getting physical bullied or cyberbullied. Last, I will be talking about what a bystander does. A bystander is someone that witnesses bullying who has the opportunity to help. A bystander can report something anonymous as well. Last, thank you for listening to my essay, and thank you, Officer Dan, for teaching us the importance and the meaning of DARE. I promise to keep this advice throughout my life.
Hi, my name is Emmy. I'm a fifth grader at Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Miss Morales. My DARE officer is Officer Tyler Olson. In my DARE essay, I want to talk about alcohol, bullying, and tobacco. I'm going to talk about bullying because you never want to get bullied. Because if you did not want to be bullied by people, then do not bully somebody else. DARE can tell you, DARE can help you. It can tell you about bad things not to do. DARE can tell you not to vape, bully people, and it can tell you about health care. Alcohol is illegal for the age of 21. Alcohol slows down the brain, and body effects may include poor judgment, memory loss, and loss of self-control, and slow reflexes. Alcohol weakness reduces the amount of blood pumped to and from the heart. Most teens do not drink alcohol. In the United States, it is illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under the age of 21. Chewing tobacco can cause mouth cancer, tooth loss, and other health problems. Almost 45,000 deaths per year can be to secondhand smoke. Smoking can cause bad breath, dry your skin, and can cause wrinkles. There are more than 200 known harmful substances in cigarettes smoke. Cigarettes contain chemicals and powerful substances that cause addiction. Bullying. You never want to be bullied, because you can get in trouble with your teacher or officer. And you should never bully people because you would never know what somebody's going through. So you should never be rude to somebody if you do not want them to be rude to you back. How would you feel if somebody was bullying somebody else? You would not feel good, right? So you should not judge somebody before you get to know them. Throughout these weeks in DARE, I have learned many important things. These things will help me be responsible and keep me from making bad choices. Thank you, Ms. Morales and Officer Tyler Olson, for teaching me about bullying, alcohol, and tobacco. I pledge to never do drugs and alcohol and other things Officer Tyler taught us not to do. Thank you for everything.
Good afternoon. My name is Anila Chandrack. I'm a fifth grade student. Good afternoon. My name is Anila Chandrack. I'm a fifth grade student at the Worthington Intermediate School. My DARE officer is Officer Tyler Olson. He's a very nice and caring person. He and Officer Dan taught us fifth grade students about these bad threats that can happen in our lives. Today I'll be talking about bullying, drugs and alcohol, safe and responsible choices. The reason why I am going to be talking about this is because it's important to know about all these high and dangerous risks that can happen in your life, such as others peer pressuring you to smoke, vape, do drugs, or drink alcohol. The reason why this is dangerous is because you can get lung cancer from smoking. You can also get dizzy from drugs and alcohol. Lots of people go through this topic, and that topic is bullying. There are multiple types of bullying that multiple people go through, like cyberbullying, physical bullying, social bullying, and verbal bullying. Cyberbullying is an online bullying where people can text you through apps and call you names that can hurt you mentally. Physical bullying is where someone is pushing, punching, or hitting you or someone else. Social bullying is where you're leaving someone out or gossiping about he or she. Verbal bullying is where someone is calling you names or teasing you. Bullying can get you in serious trouble, and you will get a very bad consequence. The next topic I'll be talking about is drugs and alcohol. Drugs can affect your health, and it can also affect the way your body and mind work. Alcohol is very affecting to your body. You can't drink alcohol unless you're 21 and older. The next topic I'll be talking about is safe and responsible choices. Safe and responsible choices is a hard thing to do because you have to choose the right decision. Making the right decision means if someone is smoking and they ask you to join, the best decision to make is either walk away
walk the other direction, or make up an excuse and leave. That's the best thing to do. I want to thank Officer Tyler Olson once again for all his hard work he put in to help us fifth grade students learn DARE and be a good person. I pledge and promise to be a good citizen and use what I learned in DARE when I get older. Thank you to all of the other teachers who also helped us. I'll never forget this day. Thank you for all your time to hear what I present, what I learned from DARE.
Hi, my name is Arlene. I'm a fifth grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Mrs. Allers. My DARE officer is Officer Dan. In my DARE essay, I'm going to talk about alcohol, bullying, and making good choices. My purpose for writing this is because DARE is needed for everyone. Also, some teens have already tasted or tried drugs, alcohol, tobacco, or marijuana and smoked before. So that is why I'm writing this so kids know what to do and what not to do. The first thing I'm going to talk about is alcohol and how it affects the body and brain. Did you know that alcohol slows down the body? And also some teens drink alcohol when they're not supposed to. Because of that, some teens get arrested. When you are 18 or 17, you shouldn't drink alcohol. No matter how old you are, you shouldn't drink alcohol even if you want to, don't. Because alcohol can have some harmful effects. For example, alcohol can make your muscles weak, so when you talk or when you walk, you move side to side and sometimes you can even fall down. The law says that you need to be 21 to drink, but really if you are 21, you shouldn't drink at all. Because of all the bad stuff it contains, it makes it bad for your body, which is why you shouldn't drink alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, or other kinds of alcohol, because all that stuff can have harmful effects. The second thing I'm going to talk about is bullying. You should never bully someone online or offline. If you bully someone online, that's called cyberbullying, which could probably get you in trouble. Same with offline bullying. Never bully anyone because maybe instead of you bullying them, they might bully you, and you probably won't like that. So don't treat people like that. Some people have told me this saying before, so I'm going to use it. The saying goes like this: treat others the way you want to be treated. Some of you may have heard that before too. For me, it helps me be in control and not bully anyone. I hope this will help others like you be in control and to not bully anyone to make them feel sad. So never bully anyone unless you want to be treated like that. The third thing I'm going to talk about is making good choices. Making good choices is something everyone should do. Making good choices isn't just about just thinking something is good or the right thing to do. Making good choices is about choosing what is best for other people, their health, you, and your health. For example, if someone asked you if you wanted to smoke with them, don't answer right away and say yes. Instead, think about it in your head. Is it good for the person that asked you? Is it good for you? If not, say no thank you to them. You can even tell them the effects it has. Like smoking can give you lung cancer. You can say some other effects it has. Make sure you are making good choices and thinking before you do something. Also, make sure you are safe and healthy. Thank you, DARE, for teaching me lots of stuff that will help me in the future. The DARE program has taught me lots of things, like what I should do if something bad happens, how to deal with pressure or stress, how to resist stuff, what to do if someone is being bullied, and to make good, safe, responsible choices, and so much more. I am so thankful for DARE. I'm glad that I got to learn about DARE. I hope other kids like me will learn about DARE and that they will learn on how to take action if something bad happens. Thank you to my parents, teachers, and the DARE officers for teaching me about alcohol, bullying, and making good choices. I promise to never use drugs, alcohol, or smoke. I know what to do and what not to do because of DARE. I promise to never put pressure on someone to drink alcohol, smoke, or do anything else that affects their body. I will never bully anyone or for any reason. I will never make anyone feel bad about themselves. I promise to report if something bad happens. I also promise to take care of myself and to be healthy. I promise to be safe, responsible, and mature from now on.
Want to make sure I didn't miss anybody this time? All right. Congratulations, guys. Let's give the essay winners one more round of applause. And I want you guys to think about this. Just because you're not up here does not mean that your essay was not important, that it wasn't the greatest. Every one of you guys did an awesome job. And I want you to keep those essays to remember, to go back, reflect on them about what you learned, okay? And what you pledged, right? In the 10 weeks that we had DARE classes, we learned a lot of things, okay? We learned about the drug, alcohol effects, okay? We also learned about stress, how to relieve our stress, how to manage our stress, different types of communication, okay? We learned a lot of things, how to be a good citizen, people that we can go to and trust about when we have a problem, okay? And I want you guys to remember that, as Officer Olson reflected on it earlier, okay, is it doesn't just stop today. It continues for our entire life, making good, sound decisions, okay? And you don't have to use the DARE decision-making model every single time. Sit there for 5-10 minutes like we did sometimes, breaking them down. It's gonna come quicker every single time. But we need to make sure that we're making the right decision and not the wrong decisions. And if we do, we correct them, we learn from them, and we make a better decision next time, okay? Again, I'd like to thank the staff here. This is my 8th year of doing this, and it gets better every single year. The accommodations that we get, being able to come in and hang out with you guys. It's not just us teaching you about DARE, it's us building a relationship with you guys so we can move on for the next years, and you guys can trust us as in police officers, okay, or as in staff, okay? We're going to be together for quite a few years, unless you move away, and maybe we won't see you, but I'll see you guys when you're in the middle school, Officer Olson will, I'll see you when you get to the high school, and we'll be there for when you graduate, okay? And move on to the next step, right? So don't hesitate to come and talk to us anytime that we're in the building or outside of school, and I'm very proud of you guys, and congratulations, and I look forward to riding the roller coaster about 100 times when we go to Arnold's Park. And I really do hope that we have a warm day out so we can go on the log flume and it's not cold. Okay? Thank you, and enjoy some cookies that are in your rooms right now. Okay? Congratulations, guys.